We're going to return to our public session for our February 3rd, 2026 meeting. Have the roll call, please.
Mrs. Charles?
Present.
Mr. Cohen?
Here.
Mrs. Gong?
Present.
Mrs. Kemka?
Here.
And Mr. Klein?
Here.
Can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Oh,
I'm like, I just like my pen, I'm like, you have.
We were about to do something.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
all right. Next, we have the superintendent's report.
Yes, so the first item is to look at the calendar. So this is put together and discussed with the administrators, and then we have a group of LEA, the other associations, have the vice president of the council to come and talk about, once we've set it, to see what their wants and needs are. And I can tell you some of the suggestions that were given at that meeting we took, and others we did not because of, really district needs. And doesn't hurt to have 5 more sets of eyes to count the days.
It's been an issue in the past.
I heard.
We did.
That's why I brought it up. And in 27, 28, I won't be here.
But I assure you, we'll blame you for it.
There'll be a lot of that.
Despite the fact that we all also counted the days.
And this says the 2 snow days built in, right? 3.
3,
Okay.
yes.
Fantastic.
I think next year's has 3 also.
Okay.
No question. I appreciate the collaboration that goes into building this.
Thank you for juggling everybody's needs. Appreciate it. I don't have any questions.
Have any questions?
Any questions?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so it'll be on the next agenda, next week. Budget comments. So the 26-27 school year budget presents some significant challenges to us as state funding and our statutory permitted local increases fail to keep pace with our rising costs. That services, instruction, technology, maintenance, and transportation. Some of the drivers of, a budget gap that we anticipate as we develop this budget, local tax levies are capped at 2%, plus at times there's available cap waivers if applicable. We don't anticipate being qualified for enrollment, but we do anticipate being eligible for the insurance cap waiver, the medical insurance. But that said, our medical and prescription benefits are projected to increase by 25%, which is $6.2 million over what it was this year. Added district tuition is going up by about 16.4%, which is 1.4 million. Energy is going up 5%, and that's over $100,000. And that's with 2% cap and possible waiver. So the increases we have in just in those 3 areas will eat up any projected increase. You know, in addition to those costs, we're navigating a nationwide shortage of both professional and non-certified staff, which means in the past, we were able to hire employees at a lower rate. But right now, people are not going to education for any number of reasons. And that's a challenge for us. We want to be fully staffed, but it's competitive. And right now, what happens is districts are competing for short amount of resources, meaning personnel, and it's competitive. So, you know, we look at our internal options to reduce expenses without compromising student services, but the pressure remains substantial. I think these realities, fiscal realities, already have us planning for difficult decisions regarding staffing at all levels, whether it's administration, teachers, support staff, and may impact class size. So with a new governor in office, the state budget address is usually delayed. I know there's legislation out there for it to happen, and they've never said no to a new governor. So the delay is 2 weeks, which means they're usually the fourth Tuesday in February. 2 weeks brings it to March 10th, which truncates our time for planning. So we are planning to, under the assumption that we have flat state aid, and we currently anticipate a $5 million budget budget gap. As I said, although we'll be eligible for some budgetary adjustments due to significant increases in health insurance, that will not make up that difference. So our administration is working, to plan for various scenarios while advocating for relief through associations. We will have a resolution for the board for next meeting, and we will send it to the appropriate people so they can see that. On a final note, our district is facing, many districts are facing immediate shortfalls in their 25-26 budget. I want to assure everyone that we're not in that situation. We're fiscally sound, but our focus is navigating the budgetary pressures for the upcoming school year, the 26-27, to ensure that we provide the best possible education that our students deserve and that the community expects.
Thank you for that, Dr. Fishbein. Does anybody have any questions, comments?
How are we taking comments on the resolutions? Is that next time?
Yeah, well, you can, from you, you can email it.
From me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pam, any?
Just, I guess we can talk more about this when we talk about the resolutions at the next meeting. But I know that the delegate assembly is coming up through New Jersey School Boards Association. And I know that we send it to them, but what I was wondering is whether in the event we already know that other districts are going through similar circumstances, we're not alone, but can we coordinate with some of the other districts and make a collective statement beyond the resolution that we're submitting to school boards? So that was one thing that I wanted to discuss, but at minimum to try to get it to New Jersey School Boards Association in time for the delegate assembly.
When is that?
It
In
is
April.
April.
Oh, in April.
Beginning of
Okay,
April.
Yeah, we'll
Well,
have plenty of
But
time.
we have a certain time until when we have to turn in any resolutions that we want them to consider.
Mhm.
We're well in time for that.
Yep.
The deadline for the raising the resolution
I think it's
Then it-
March sometime,
Yeah.
February, March,
So
like
we-
we have plenty of time.
coming.
With your input, we'd like to get
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
approved next
Next
meeting and we'll share it in our county roundtables. And other big groups like Morris Union Jointure I belong to, but also get it out to school boards,
Okay.
our elected officials.
Okay.
March
And
5th.
just check.
March 5th, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
so we
One
have,
other question I have about communication. What's the way that we are going to get feedback from the community? Should they have any as you share details?
Yep. So last year we put up an email that they could send it to, and we would get pinged, so we could answer their questions. I think we got one, maybe, not a lot. We will have board meetings, to talk about it. So the opportunities.
and I think there are going to be forums for the budget as well.
Yeah, we had a forum last year.
So just one more thing. I know the New Jersey School Boards is going to be putting a lot of this on their advocacy agenda. And I'm wondering if other trade arms are also going to be doing that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they all will be. Garden
Yeah.
State
My organization is
Coalition.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll send it to them as
Okay,
well.
okay. I think there was one already, there was a resolution last year as well at the delegate assembly.
Oh, okay.
Around the school funding formula where you were, right?
Yes.
Around the formula.
Around the formula, but not talking specifically about the causes for exorbitant increases. Yeah. Okay.
So did you say before that the deadline is Thursday?
March 5th.
March 5th, right?
She said-
Okay,
She said March 5th.
okay.
Okay, all right. So if anybody has comments on these resolutions, please send it to Dan. And I think we are discussing combining the two into one resolution.
Can you do that?
Right. There are,
We'll figure it out.
we'll figure it
Yeah.
out, but if you have comments, please
Yeah.
share. All right.
Not sure I support that, by the way.
What?
I think separate resolutions makes more sense.
Yeah.
I do.
A better chance to pass anyway.
Hmm.
I said, if you separate them, you might have a better chance to pass one of them because I've been
You
the
mean
last,
the delegate assembly?
that they vote. And it's not really clear cut. Everybody knows what they're doing. So if you combine two into one, it's just causing more confusion possibly. But we'll talk. I will send my feedback to you.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, as far as medical insurance, the vast majority of the districts are getting hit hard. Some got hit hard right this year because the state health benefits is a split year. So,
They went up about 36%.
yeah, so districts got an 18% increase during their school year, which they had to address. So I would say, if not everyone, most everyone is being impacted by medical insurance. As far as the other resolution, everyone either approaching where we are, or already had to deal with it in
This
the
year.
past.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There are a few districts we already know are going to questions and everything.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
All right. More questions, comments? Right. Moving on to board reports. Any board reports this evening?
I just spent 2 hours this morning, have the privilege in sitting in the exact same room with the Dr. Tuya and the entire Delta team. That is updated training sessions with all the equity work the school district is doing. There's a lot of work. We're steadily moving forward. So just want to take the opportunities that I personally learned a lot, and thank you for Dr. Tuya and the entire Delta team. And thank you for the board support.
Anybody else?
Thank you to the Livingston Chinese Association and the Huasha School and the
Livingston Chinese,
Livingston Chinese School
Livingston Church, it's LCC.
for the Chinese Culture Evening at Livingston High School. It was a wonderful series of performances, and we appreciate your always including us in the event. And we look forward to celebrating again this weekend
Yes.
at the fair.
Open to public.
Yeah, I am actually looking forward to that event this weekend. I was not able to make it this last weekend, but appreciate all of you representing us. Thank you for doing that. And I think I also want to comment on our high school space being used for the Shiv's Third Eye mental health fair. It was very well attended. It was there were, I think, upwards of 40 vendors this time, and there was a lot of students over there. Our school teachers are judging the essays that come in. They're mindful essays, and our students were the winners, like many of them, and because they get essays from all over the state. So that was really nice. I also have been nominated to represent Essex County as the NJSBA Board of Directors, as one of the Board of Directors alternate on the School Boards Association, which is why I am also pushing a lot of this advocacy agenda, and they are very well aware. It seems like they have been in touch, they have been talking. So yeah, we're not taking a beat, we're not stopping, we're doing everything we can from behind the table to advocate for funding for schools and public education. Oh, that is all.
Can I just say, she's so humble. She didn't even tell us. I'm just logging in, getting my training, and I saw Paru there, and they announced her as the new, what do you call, the executive board member, right, for the NJSBA. I was like, yes, Livingston. Congratulations.
Yeah, I was taking my oath and I realized Fang was there, and she's like, why didn't you tell us? And I don't know. I didn't realize it was a formal ceremony with like raising your hand and taking an oath. And everything. Very proud. Yeah. Thank you. And my favorite part, the student representative.
Awesome. Well, first, congratulations,
Thank you.
your new position. In terms of things going on at the high school and the district in general, for upcoming February break and just in general for the 250th anniversary, like the semi-quincentennial, Miss Feely, the social studies supervisor, reached out to me and asked if I would help her kind of put across this thing they're doing, which is called the Flat Lancer. I don't know if you guys know the Flat Stanley, but it was like a big thing when I was kind of like
Yes.
little cutout, and you bring it with you. Like it was a book, and you'd bring it with you and you travel to take pictures everywhere.
Still do that? I thought it was only elementary school.
When he was in elementary.
They're launching some sort of project just like that, where they're doing like a Lancer version of the Flat Stanley, and they're doing it both with the high school and with schools across the country. So first, they kind of sent them out. I think it was like a ton of different schools across the country, and they're asking them to send us pictures back of them with the Flat Lancer, just to sort of connect our district with a ton of other districts, sort of as a way to unite for the 250th anniversary. And then also they're offering it for Livingston students to bring with them on their February break vacations, take pictures with them and bring them back to us so we can kind of compile photos together and just admire the beauty of our nation and all. So yeah.
It's amazing. Thank you.
That's
I know, it's adorable. All right, with that, we move to our public comment section. The rules are on that podium, and for anybody online, they're part of the agenda. Do I have a public comment in the room? Being none. Any public comments online? I see one. I can't read the name.
Hi.
Neil?
Yep, Neil Ashinsky, 40 Hazelwood Avenue in Livingston.
We can hear
So-
you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So I just wanted to say, first off, Dr. Fishbein, and I apologize, I don't know the BA's name, but you have a task that's in front of you that I don't know how you're going to accomplish it, and I wish you all the best of luck. As a husband of an educator, I'm sitting here very frustrated because you all just spent time so focusing on opining around how you're doing everything you can to support public education. But open enrollment closed on November 1st. The PJM price increase came in on June 1st. The LEA contract's been signed for many years. And simply, if those are our three biggest areas of funding that needed to be made, on November 1st, we knew what the budget gap was going to look like. And the fact that we, the electorate, don't have the ability to come together and vote on this, I recognize that there was a resolution that was ultimately struck down for legal reasons at the last board meeting. But I believe that most of you were on the board at this point in November, when on November 15th, you could have also done a similar resolution to have enough time to give Dr. Fishbein, the BA, the principals, and the staff the power from the electorate to support them through this budget process. And I just want to say that I'm very frustrated in hearing the dedication of that you keep saying to public education, when the one thing that we could have done to help make everyone's lives easier going into 26, 27, ultimately has been taken off the table simply because we waited too long to move on it. And I don't want our Livingston we're talking about we're talking about people's jobs that are going to be affected here. And I've got to tell, it tears me up because my daughter loves everything about the school system. We moved here to Livingston because of the school system. And I'm worried of the newspaper risk that Livingston, of all towns, is going to be sending out RIF notices on May 15th in order to get a balanced budget done by July 1. So I appreciate the time in talking here today, but I do want to express my frustration to the members of the Board of Education that you did have the opportunity to change the school board election when all of these facts were known in November. We waited on it. I hope you don't wait on it again. And I hope that next year, when Dr. Stern is going to be the super, that we at least afford him the opportunity to have the electorate vote in the event that a similar scenario plays out. Thank you.
Thank you. Any more questions online? Seeing none, we're going to move to next items of business. Can I have a motion on item 3.1 and 3.2?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Mrs. Charles?
Yes.
Mr. Cohen?
Yes.
Mrs. Gong?
Yes.
And Mrs. Kemka?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Can I have a motion on 4.1 through 4.4?
So moved.
Second.
Before you go to roll call, if I may, there are 4 retirees who are attended this evening who have a collective service of just under 100 years. I'm here in Livingston. Ellen Fisher, who has really been instrumental in her 10 years here in creating the seamless implementation of technology in class. For 25 years, Martha Cuervo has been an outstanding teacher of Spanish, working with thousands of kids, throughout her tenure here. Sheila Stafford has been a school librarian in Collins Elementary School. She's been with us for 28 years, building incredible projects and special events across the school and things that she pushed out to all of the teachers on a monthly basis. And then Tara Lockwood has been a teacher of Riker Hill for 34 years in our district. She is a master teacher. She has worked with hundreds and hundreds of students, both in kindergarten and in the second grade. And all four of them will be sorely missed, but their impact will be here long after their retirements. And we thank them very much.
Thank you. Thank you to all the educators who have contributed to the life of Livingston. We truly appreciate all your work and we wish you a very happy retirement. It's very well earned and we hope to see you on some visits here at school. Can I have?
We had a motion and a.
Yeah, we had the motion.
Mrs. Charles?
Good luck on your retirements. Yes.
Yes.
Mrs. Gong?
Yes, and then retirement.
And Mrs. Kemka?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Can I have a motion for 5.1? Any questions? Roll call.
Mrs. Charles?
Yes.
Mr. Cohen?
Yes.
Mrs. Gong?
Yes.
And Mrs. Kemka?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Any items of old business? Any items of new business? Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.